Respected chairpersons, faculty and delegates, it's a very good evening. My topic is about meniscal root repair. As we all know, the normal menisci will have medial and lateral menisci. Each menisci will have both the anterior and posterior attachment. Attachments will be more or less close to the intercondylar region of the tibial plateau. Most anterior attachment will be the medial meniscal anterior root attachment, then the anterior root of the lateral menisci, then ACL, then the posterior root of the lateral menisci, and then posterior root of the medial menisci. The posterior most structure is the PCL. So this is the orthoscopic image of the normal posterior root, and the right side image is the anterior root. The bottom image is showing the torn posterior root. The normal menisci is important for the stability of the knee and cushion effect to reduce the contact force acting on the bone and proprioception. When we are having the root tear, we lost the hoop stress, so the contact force will directly acting on the bone will be 3 times than the normal. So it will act like a total meniscectomy. This will increase the chance for osteoarthritis. So literally all the 4 root attachments can get torn. Usually the posterior root tear of the medial meniscal usually occurs with degenerative changes in the middle-aged woman, and lateral meniscal root attachment tear will be occur usually with the trauma, like significant trauma with RTA and sports injuries. Usually the ACL tear will be associated with the lateral meniscal root tear. So clinically, usually the patient will have the typical limp and posterior knee pain, joint line tenderness, and McMurray's positive. So in degenerative tear, usually the patients will be middle-aged women with a typical limp. So in outpatient clinic, we will call it as a 40+ women knee syndrome. So 40+ women with a knee pain with a typical limp, you can most probably due to the medial meniscal posterior root tear. So once we have suspected the meniscal root tear, we have to carefully look for the images. Don't rely on radiologist. So this is the meniscal extrusion due to the root tear, and this is the ghost sign seen in the sagittal images. We have to see both the roots in a sagittal image. If you are seeing only the anterior root, it is called as ghost sign due to the absence of posterior root in the normal place. So surgical repair should be advised if possible. So conservative management is reserved for elderly age group with advanced OA. Surgical repair can be done with pull-out stitches or suture hanger techniques. So many methods are available to take the bite in the posterior root. So coronal plane deformity to be excluded. If it is there, we have to combine with osteotomy. And once the patient is diagnosed clinically and radiologically with the MRI, we have to do repair, and advanced OA to be excluded. So this is a short video of meniscal root repair. So this is a middle-aged woman with a typical limp. Once we have done the diagnostic scopy, we can do a pike resting of posterior 1/3 of the MCL fibers. This will create some working space to take meniscal bite. Here you can see nicely the medial compartment is opening. Then we can mark the repair site with the help of curette by denuding the cartilage. And with the help of ACL zig from the proximal tibial anterior tibial cortex to the proposed repair site inside the guide pin, and over the guide pin we'll ream it with the 5 mm reamer. This is for the passage of pull-out sutures. And then the flip cutter used to remove more cartilage to expose the subchondral bone. And usually we will take 2 meniscal bites. Here we have used the scorpion. Scorpion is loaded at the middle of the fiber wire. Scorpion is inserted. The first bite is taken, and the loop is taken outside, and the free threads were inserted into the loop, made as a lasso loop, and the loop is pushed into the meniscus. So this will have a nice hold. Again the second bite by repeating the same steps. So and all the 4 suture materials were retrieved through the bony tunnel to the anterior tibial cortex, and this will be the position after reduction, and the threads were loaded with suture button and tie it. So this is after the completion of repair. So post-operatively, non-weight bearing is advised for 6 weeks. After that, quads and hamstring strengthening will be done, and squatting is allowed after 3 months. So this is a study done in our institute. Over the period of 2 years, we did for 12 cases. Most of them are female. The mean age of 42.9, and predominantly on the left side. And the interval between the surgery and injury is 4.41 months on average. Follow-up will be 7.75 months average. So the VAS score reduced from 9 to 3.3 at 6 months. Lysome score 58 improved to 84. HSS score improved from 56 to 84 in 6 months. So in 2016, the meta-analysis, Chung found improved in Lysome score and successfully delays the OA. So meniscal root repair, root tears are often sadly missed and should not be diagnosed as early OA. Correct diagnosis is necessary to restore structural integrity, form and function. Surgery must be done to prevent early OA. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Karupasamy. I now request Dr. Chittaranjan to honor Dr. Karupasamy.